Hi, this is Aaron Wilson, Ravens beat writer for the Carroll County Times, reporting from the Ravens training complex in Owings Mills, Maryland. Here's our latest Ravens report. The Ravens suffered a 23-20 overtime defeat to the New England Patriots. The Patriots scored 13 unanswered points after the Ravens took a 20-10 lead. It looked like the Ravens had this game in hand, and they're very disappointed and frustrated to not finish this one out.
I think they basically played, for the most part, a three-man rush, two deep coverage, where they were dropping the Mike deep, a Tampa 2 style type deal, and they were spying the other backer, on top of Ray for the check down. There are ways to attack that. I think routes, they come open a little bit later against a three-man rush, and you've got to be able to give those routes a little bit of time to get open. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the routes we were covering. I thought our guys ran good routes and all that. It's just something that we need to grow and learn to attack a little bit better.
Several players, including Terrell Suggs, vow that it'll be different next time if they see the Patriots again in the playoffs. Essentially what happened, the Ravens went conservative on offense. They got a total of 3 first downs after their final score, including the overtime in the fourth quarter. So just didn't get the ball down the field. And the defense made several stops on New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. But when he gets that many chances, eventually, with your offense not moving the ball and the defense starting to get tired, and the Patriots having a pretty good scheme of spreading you out with 5 wide receivers at times and working the slot with Danny Woodhead and getting Deion Branch involved, it's a very difficult equation. The Ravens also hurt their own cause with penalties. In the overtime period, LaRon McClain got caught retaliating. They always catch the second guy. He shoved Jermaine Cunningham, got a personal foul, and that turned a 3rd and 9 into a 3rd and 19. So obviously a tough penalty for the Ravens to overcome. And that was the drive right before Stephen Gostkowski's game-winning 35-yard field goal. The Ravens also had a block in the back penalty from Kerry Williams, and John Harbaugh said today that penalties like that, they can continue. He's going to bench guys. They just won't play for the Ravens if they can't figure out when they're blocking someone in the back or blocking them in the front.
If you can't tell that that's his back and not his front, and you put your hands on his back, then you can't play for us. It's just that simple.
Obviously, he's reached the end of his patience with penalties like that. A couple of other matters with the Ravens. Obviously, Brandon Merriweather from Patriots, who launched himself on that illegal helmet-to-helmet hit and was flagged for a personal foul on Ravens tight end Todd Heap. It looks like he'll be fined heavily by the NFL, and we'll await word on that. But the Ravens have talked to the league office and are confident that punishment will be dealt out. And John Harbaugh said he's in favor of suspensions if a guy is a repeat offender with helmet-to-helmet contact. And that is a very dangerous play for both players, the hitter and the hittee. A few other matters. There were some trade rumors about Willis McGahee, and John Harbaugh denied that the team is attempting to trade Willis McGahee, the Ravens' backup running back.
There is absolutely no way he's being traded. He will be on our team this week and for the rest of the season, and he'll be a huge part of what we're doing. I mean, Willis is a really good player. The thing on our offense, we have a lot of really good players.
He didn't play at all in the game, and Harbaugh said that was not because of a discipline issue or any kind of plan. Heard a few rumblings about, some rumors about, maybe some lateness and things like that, but it's unconfirmed. And, it just looks like Willis was not in the plans this week, so he didn't play, and he didn't shed any light on it. He said it was on the coaches, and he couldn't really say much about it. So leave it for you to decide what was the deal there with Willis McGahee. But he says they're going to use him a lot going forward, so we'll see how much they use Willis McGahee. Ray Rice had a decent game. It looked like they took away the cutback lanes from him, and they contained him for the most part. Big game for Vince Wilfork, the Patriots defensive lineman. They moved him from nose guard to defensive end, and he was very effective. 2 tackles for losses. They didn't do a great job blocking him or Jared Mayo, the inside backer, who had 18 tackles. So the Ravens had some issues all over, and it was a very winnable game, and a game they regret not being able to finish out. Reporting for the Carroll County Times in Owings Mills, Maryland, I'm Aaron Wilson, Ravens beat writer, signing off with our latest Ravens report.